Hello, loves. I just finished sharing some messages that came in urgently to me this morning, and I'm actually being prompted to continue sharing some messages because this feels like a very important. I keep using the word energy that I'm in touch with right now. I'm also hearing source. So those words may be able to be used interchangeably, but I am getting the clarification that it's not that I'm tapping into your energy, you as a part of this collective, as a part of this soul family. It is, source seems to be the appropriate word here because it is the energy of who needs you to hear this right now. A lot of the messages that I had just shared came from your spirit guides, and they conveyed a lot of urgency to me in sharing this message. Not that you have urgency in this time, but that I need to share a lot of these things right now, and they need to be heard because you are stepping into your purpose. I very clearly heard purpose, and also higher power and higher self. I'm hearing again divine purpose, and I'm hearing there are some words of wisdom that you need to carry with you as you step into this higher purpose. I don't do a lot of tarot readings, and I actually just felt the strong urge, like push to do a tarot reading right now because there are some important messages. I already have two cards that pretty clearly stuck out, that I'm being told that the cards will help me convey something that is, I'm hearing, outside of my wisdom. I need to share something that is outside of, I'm hearing grasp or reach. So this must be something that is for somebody specific, or is I'm hearing is for something that is about to come that we are not anticipating, or maybe getting a feeling of. You've been getting this feeling of something coming to you soon, and I'm getting the sense that this is what these cards are meant to communicate on. Okay, so the first card that came from the deck is the Chariot reversed, and I don't know a lot about tarot. I have only done it a few times, so I'm actually being told just to pay attention to what sticks out to me, and I'm seeing the words resolute and determined. And this phrase here, survives by hanging on to an unsteady and unusual food source. I'm hearing that's relevant here because you have managed to go through periods of, I'm hearing spiritual famine, and still able to remain determined and resolute. And I'm getting a feeling of somebody being very proud of you for that. And I was curious if maybe it might be more than one people, because we've been referencing a spiritual team as we've tapped into this energy, but actually I'm hearing it's one entity in particular is very proud of you for this. And I'm hearing it is like higher power or God or goddesses, or whoever that entity is. And I'm also hearing you, your higher self. It's your higher self that is proud of you, because this feeling of pride in yourself is a newer feeling for you to be stepping into. So what is interesting about the reversed is, in the upright position, this card is referencing a forward movement, progress, determination. But in the reversed, it is actually referencing lack of direction, obstacles, and delay. So the guidance that is given here is, if you've come upon an obstacle, reevaluate the decisions that have brought you here. Focus on what is in your control instead of things you cannot change. Check to see if your goals are still in line with your inner self. The important thing I'm being told to take from this is specifically that focusing on what is in your control and letting go of the things that you cannot control or change. What is interesting about this tarot deck is the pictures are not the traditional pictures. They are actually of different mushrooms. And this picture is actually like in the foreground is of mushrooms that are white and light, like they're illuminated, and in the back you can see a lot of darkness. And what I originally thought was like a castle or something in the darkness is actually just some trees, but I was noticing the continuation of the theme of we are moving out of this darkness that may still want you to, this darkness may still want you to remain in, but you are literally, the next step is you stepping into the light. Like the light is already like illuminating your face and like the front of your body as it's pouring in through this doorway that we are stepping into. And this card was a continuation of that theme. The next card that I pulled out of the deck is the Three of Cups. And this mushroom, the stalked scarlet cup, actually shows like quite a bit of, like, I believe it to be water. It looks a bit milky here, I think because of the moonlight, but these cups are full, like even beginning to kind of start to pour over. And I noticed the like the scientific name of this, and I most likely will say it incorrectly, Sarcoscypha occidentalis. And actually what stood out to me was I saw accidental, like you are accidentally stepping into this openness and blessings that are being, I'm hearing, rained down on you, like R-A-I-N-D, but it may also be R-E-I-G-N. And I'm hearing the connection there is that it is divine royalty that is showering its, I heard, gems that may be relevant to somebody, or raining down its, I'm hearing abundance and gifts. So that might be like literal, or actually like the figurative, the intangible gifts that I believe we were talking about in this last reading. If you did not listen to the last video, I will link that in the description below because this energy that we're tapped into right now is actually just a continuation of that energy. Okay, for the interpretation of this Three of Cups, I am seeing the key themes here of reunions, celebrations, and indulgence. The important message that I am feeling prompted to share here is that it is a celebration as you are stepping into I'm not receiving any promptings into what specifically you may be stepping into, so I think that's being left open-ended for you to use your intuition. I'm being told you know what you are stepping into right now, and you may not know clearly what it is, but I'm being told your intuition, your internal guidance system, the way that you receive answers, you already know what this is referencing. And the interesting part that jumped out here was let in the healing that comes from socializing so you can more deeply connect with your loved ones. And I'm being told these connections, this socializing that you are meant to be doing right now is actually a reinforcement of the energy that you are stepping into. That you are, I'm hearing piggybacking off of the energy of other people to help reinforce the consistency of this energy that you are newer to experiencing right now, that we have been discussing throughout this reading, these messages here, where you are meant to rely on the higher vibrations of the people around you to help you maintain. I'm hearing the cleanliness and spiritual hygiene of maintaining this energy that you are meant to be in this time. Wow, that was so powerful. This is such potent stuff. I am so excited to keep tapping into this energy. The next card that came from the deck was the Hermit in the reverse position, and just some things I'm initially noticing here is there appears to be a hand holding something with light at the end of it, like some kind of stick or staff. I'm also being told that this can be symbolic for a writing utensil if this is your hand, or actually this, so I don't know if writing is relevant to somebody at this time, but I'm actually being told it is source, the higher power, the influence, the divine influence in your life. It is their hand, and if it is just symbolic of the light, they are, I'm hearing touching your soul with this light. And I'm also being directed towards this interpretation of it being a writing utensil, that they are, I'm hearing writing your story, and not because you are being forced to live out a predetermined story, but because your soul, I'm hearing your soul needed the rewriting to fully let go of your past life and this past energy that you are stepping away from. And you needed a new set of, I'm hearing, beliefs, a foundation as you step into this new energy. Some words that are jumping out to me right now are art and illustrations and create. It seems like this, I'm being told, is a theme in your life right now, that you are meant to use your intuition to interpret. So it may be, just to give you some examples of that, that you may, I'm being told, lean into art and the creation of it, or that this may be symbolic of you creating a new life that you are illustrating. And I'm hearing that that is meant in the way of you imagining, you manifesting, you are quite literally creating first within your mind, and I'm hearing spiritual mind, and seeing these creations as they come to fruition. Another word that came out here was repellent, and I'm hearing actually that, I'm hearing the phrase, like water on duck feathers, the way that it just like glides off, because it is a natural like water repellent. And I'm hearing that this new energy is part of your divine protection, because it is a natural repellent to the things that are not, the things, the entities, the energies, the paths I'm hearing, and decisions. I'm also receiving paths and decisions that are not aligned for you will be naturally repelled during this time, as you maintain this connection to your higher self, this higher power, this energy that you are, I keep getting that phrase, stepping into, not like as if you are quite literally just taking the next step and like being immersed into this. So that like I'm, the way that is being conveyed to me is that it is like almost an immediate transformation, and I'm hearing it feels to you almost as if this has happened to you overnight, for how quickly this transformation has happened. And not because it literally happened overnight, it may have for you, but I'm also being told that it may be, for some of you, that it may be because a lot of change and growth and healing and transformation comes over such long periods of time. I'm getting months and oftentimes years, but in this case it was abnormally quick, and that's why it feels like it happened overnight. So I actually want to share pretty much verbatim like what is here for this card, the Hermit in the reverse position. The key themes here are forced solitude, separation, loneliness, and withdrawal. So I'm actually getting, before I was going to continue reading here, but I am getting the message that this forced solitude and separation is actually very relevant here, that there has been, or I'm hearing may potentially be, if you have not experienced this yet, or even so if you have already experienced it, there will be a forced separation, either by your choosing, following the promptings, or from your spirit guides or higher power. So that feels like that is the end of that message right there. So I'm going to continue sharing what is written here. You are taking too much personal time. Staying connected is important so that you don't isolate yourself from those you love. Remember that family and friends can help you on your spiritual journey. Open the doors to let social energy in. The first thing that is coming to me after reading that is that a reminder to use your intuition about on who you share these spiritual experiences you're having with, not because you're not allowed to share, but because these are sacred things that are happening, and there is, I'm hearing safety. There is safety in being mindful of who you share these things in to protect your energy. I'm getting the like message that like it is of the utmost importance right now to protect your energy, because this is a part of your, I'm hearing again, divine purpose. I'm also receiving that people are being sent into your life right now, very intentionally. This is from your, I'm hearing again, your divine team, your spiritual team. This feels separate from your spirit guides. Like this feels like a much larger group of entities here that are, I'm hearing, not just looking out for you, but are also on your frequency, or a part of your like energetic or spiritual collective. They are sending you, it's interesting, they're sending you people at this time intentionally to be a part of this, stepping into this new energy. And I am being told that you will know, because you will feel it, that knowing. I'm being told that knowing. It's interesting. That was it. And then I received like you know the feeling of knowing. So I guess I'm not meant to clarify any more than that. That you will know who these people are that are being divinely sent to you and are meant to be a part of your spiritual journey. I'm being reminded that they are not people you are meant to cling to, but you just remain open to their, I'm getting like gentle nudging or actually the word carrying, like their gentle carrying of you back into, I'm hearing the fold. And I'm getting this image of like a circle of, I thought it was like entities, but actually, or like people or energies, but I'm actually just being told it's like this opening of this, the circle opening is of the energy. That you're going to be enveloped in. It's really interesting. I'm not actually getting a lot of clarification here, so this might be something that we will get more guidance on later. I'm feeling the confirmation that that is something that we will get more clarity on later. So to just receive that message in its simplest form and not look too deep into the meaning of that. That's really interesting and a highly relevant message, because I don't know about you, but I tend to be one of those people who likes to look really deep into things and really like find the meaning out of things. So that feels like that is an important message for you and also I to hear at this time. Okay, so the last card that came out of the deck was the Ten of Pentacles, and some initial like key themes here that are actually jumping out to me is this, there is a circle of like a light color, like white or gold, but this circle is surrounding 3 mushrooms, and it the circle, like it's interesting that the end of the interpretation of the last card, the Hermit reversed, was just a discussion about this circle of energy that is opening, and this circle actually, I don't know if it closes or not, but there is a rock at the bottom of the circle, so it appears as if the circle is almost fully complete, but not quite. There is an opening in there, and the mushrooms are right in front of this rock, and so that is where the 3 mushrooms are entering. So the circle feels like an important symbolism here, and also I'm being told that the number 3 is symbolic as well. I'm being told I'm not going to know, like for me as the messenger, I'm not going to know what the symbolism of that 3 is. That is something that you will know, and I'm actually being told with almost complete like certainty, like confidence, that like absolute, that the symbolism of the 3 has not entered into your realm yet and will soon become relevant. I'm being told that the soon may not be as soon as you think it to be, so it is okay if this symbolic 3, this number 3, is something that I'm being told you can tuck away into your pocket for later, and it's okay if you forget, because when the 3 becomes relevant again in your life, it will, the sense of knowing, like kind of similar to a deja vu, will remind you that this 3 is symbolic. The reminder will come at the time of you seeing this number 3 in your life. So I was actually curious if the number 3 had some spiritual symbolism. I'm kind of new to the like non-religious spiritual community or like world, so I know that numbers can have a lot of meaning. And one of the things that stuck out that I was just looking at was that 3s can be confirmation that you're on the right path, or also that I'm being told that something is in the works for you. And I'm getting clarification that it might be something that you're needing and wanting, or that those might be separate things, that you are going to get something or some things that you need, and also something or some things that you want. The last image of symbolism that I noticed was a tree in the background, and I'm finding that the 10 of Pentacles is very much connected to the family, and I'm hearing that it is related to your soul family at this time. It seems like that's meant to be open-ended, so it might just be reinforcing the messages that you have already been receiving and that I've already been sharing about your soul family. And the word that jumped out to me was actually support, that you are also being reminded that you have the support of a very big, I'm being, like it's being reiterated, a very big soul family. You have their support, and also they are watching over you at this time. And a couple of words that jumped out to me were security and happiness. Which may be because you are beginning to feel more of that in your life, and I'm also being told that you will continue to feel more of that as you lean into and stay connected to this feeling of abundance. So you may have already been feeling abundance at this time, and I'm being reminded that that's something within your energy, and not necessarily because material things are manifesting. This card can represent those things, and I'm actually being told that that's not what I'm meant to convey at this time. So whether or not that's relevant to you, I can't necessarily speak on. That is something that I do believe you will receive like further guidance on a personal, like revelation level, but at this time, that is not the like message that I meant to convey here. That this is more specific to the family ties and the reminder of leaning into that feeling of abundance is going to continue to bring more of this feeling of happiness and security. And I do believe there's actually a connection here to, I believe it was in my last reading, so I strongly encourage you to go back and listen to that, because it's more on this message that I've been tapping into here, that this this feeling of hesitance to relax into and trust and really act on, like act confidently, like make bold decisions more quickly. You will feel more security in doing so as you lean into this feeling of abundance. Yeah, I'm hearing that like this collective is unlearning the mentality of lack, and I'm actually being told that that is something that's so deeply entrenched in the culture here in America. It may also be in other countries right now, but for some reason I'm receiving that clarity on how it is so deeply entrenched in American culture that there is significance in you unlearning that right now, and you already have been. And this is a confirmation to continue to like unlearn the lack and relearn and really lean heavily into this sense of abundance in your life. And it's going to continue to bring in this happiness and security, but also more blessings and more abundance. I'm actually being redirected back to the interpretations of like financial or material. I'm hearing like abundance that I initially was told that I would not share more on, and I'm actually not going to, but I'm being told that the message that needs to be shared here is that you will be taken care of during this time. And it does appear to be like connected to the financial or material. And that is all of the, I'm being told, is all of the clarity that I'm going to get on that that message and this card at this time. And this feels like a good time to wrap up this message. Those were the cards that came out today, and I am really feeling a profound like awe, and I'm feeling like very impressed by like how rich and potent this message was. I haven't worked a lot with tarot, and I'm actually really excited to work more with it, because this felt like a really easy way to channel some things that really needed to be shared at this time. I feel like there was a lot of really great messages, so I highly recommend, like I'm actually being encouraged to encourage you to like save this video. I'm hearing take a break and absorb it, and then come back at a later time to listen to it again and take some notes, because there was some important messages that you were meant to hear. I'm also being reminded again to share the video that I uploaded before this one, this most recent video, that is a continuation of like these messages, this energy that I tapped into, and that you are meant to hear at this time, and I will link that below in the description. And I want to convey my gratitude for the trust that is being placed into me right now from Source, but also from you. I know that anything spiritual is like you are meant to protect and be careful and mindful of where you receive things from. And I am feeling incredibly honored and blessed to be in a position where I can be a divine, I'm hearing the word microphone, I'm hearing the word amplify messages that are meant to be loudly, yep, the word loudly came through, sharing at this time for people who really need to hear it. So thank you for trusting me to care for myself and my energy to share these sacred messages with you at this time. And as always, I want to send you off with so much love and peace and support and gratitude at this time. I am just enjoying being able to connect with you all and to connect with this like powerful spiritual experience, energy, whatever it is that's happening right now. And I would love to hear about what has spoken to you in this reading, and see if there is anything else from this reading that you are needing more clarification on. I'm hearing like to please ask for, to encourage you to please ask for the things that you need more clarification on in this reading, and source, the higher power will give me more guidance on that for you. So send you so much love off into the world, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you all again. Till next time.